where to start? Grab all 100 of these ingots. I was thinking we'd work our way from the top down. Once we grab this big bunch right here, we pretty much don't have to come back up this this big steel tower, all the scaffolding and stuff. Pretty much jump down from here and go about our business. I think between the Steelyard and the side building, we need 97 of them. And then once we get into that little abandoned area, we'll find that a trog has punched a hole in a wall, which will lead to a cart that should have an extra, I believe, 3. And that should give us our 100. That's the number I'm sticking with anyway. We'll see if it works out like that. But, anyway, we're done up here up top. And we've pretty much cleared out the Steelyard for the most part. We may get a trog here or there, but I've got most of the nuisance enemies out of the way. Let's take a quick jump down to this big ramp here. Yay! Whee! We'll have to backtrack a little bit to that, the glitch part of the roof. Call it the glitch part. On the Xbox, I used to fall through the roof all the time. It was especially annoying when you forgot about it and you didn't have a save. You already had maybe most of the ingots in the yard already collected and had fought off most of the trogs and done everything, and then fall through the roof and lose all your progress. Yeah, that used to suck. Alright, now from one of these roofs, I know you can step down onto this, like, it's a shelf type thing, but these over here are really easy to forget. Right there. Kind of want to go through all this anyway, just in case some of you are missing 2 or 3. Even if you've gotten all 100 before, you come back and it's like, where are they at? You know, it's just 2 here or 3 there or something. And hopefully help you find those. Anyway, yeah, this top shelf right here, you have these, then you have some right underneath it. And so one might think once they grab those right there that, you know, they don't think to look up top also. Yeah, they got kind of tricky with the placement of a few of these. There's a couple that are actually kind of cheap. The easiest way to get to them that I know of is to literally fall off the roof. And you can actually die doing it too. It's a long enough fall to kill you. But there's a way to get around that. This is where Wild Bill would normally be. They say he was glitched for me. That's the first time that's ever happened, but I've heard of it. That it's a common glitch with a lot of people, that he's essentially under the roof there, and if you have to go out of the map and come back in from underneath that warehouse and you can actually get to him. Saw a guy do it. I thought that was pretty cool, but to actually figure out how to do that, to be so frustrated with it, to say, I'm not going down like that. I want Wild Bill's headband, damn it, and I'm going to get it. And finding a way to actually get out there. Leave it to gamers. We'll figure out a way to do it. Alright. Gotta remember the side pipe out here. I'm going to try to do this with as little backtracking as possible. Also, so if you see me pick up a couple and you're like, you know, I really don't remember ever going there type of thing, well then that's probably where they're at. If you're just missing a few, then that's probably where you'll find them. My other video, I think I started from the bottom working towards the top. So this is kind of cool either way. Depending upon where you start from. Recognize coming from one direction a little easier than maybe coming from another or something. Like I say, once you've gotten these a few times, it's not that big of a deal. Pretty much remember where to go. Alright, so here's the glitch roof. Don't forget these back here behind the silos. Or whatever you want to call these things, these domes. It's easy sailing once you've cleared out the Steelyard also. Don't have to worry about a trog around every corner. Actually, there's a couple down there, though, that I know I haven't gotten to. Around the corner, there should be a trog and some wild men fighting and stuff, but that's fine. Here and there. Also, there's a couple that are going to ambush me. Okay, now that that one spot I was talking about where you have to fall off the roof, I don't think you have to. There's probably a couple ways to do this. This is just by far the easiest. At least that I know of. But it's a good spot to save right there. All right, now, if you can, get around this corner, okay? And then ride the pipe all the way down, and it should keep you from dying. Okay, it should break your fall. There's like a little notch there in the pipe, but you got to hug it as you fall. All right, and then basically the whole idea is to get behind this fence here. In this area here, and like I say, there's other ways you can access it, like you can stack barrels and junk, I think, and try to jump it and stuff, and that's a whole lot of extra work. It's not really that big of a deal just to fall down here. As long as you can keep yourself from dying when you fall, then you're good. There's some loot to be had here. And then all the way down here at the end, there should be a couple. And then going back the other direction, this also puts you behind the fence line, so you can easily grab another couple ingots that are down there on the other side. Now those can be gotten by jumping the fence from one of the big like trash bin things. We'll see that in a second, but these right here, this is by far the easiest way I know how to get here. Now we will get ambushed. There'll always be some trogs that spawn to try to keep us from going back out. There they are. Take that. We're not going to do too much messing around with them, huh? All right, now right here, this part of the fence line, down below that pipe structure up above, I don't remember what end. Is it down here? It might be back. Yeah, it's back around the other corner. But anyway, this section right here, you can get into this by jumping from that container on the other side of the fence. That is possible. Wow, I have the loudest ice cream man in the history of ice cream men ever, right outside my window, just blasting his shit. I mean, I bet you got kids coming from about a mile away, flocking this thing. And if that's the case, then that means he's going to be there for a while. All right, that's annoying. Yeah, sorry, as a YouTube gamer and commentator, I do not have the $50,000 soundproofed man cave where I could sit here and, you know, fallout could actually occur outside and you still wouldn't hear it. Yeah, I don't have that luxury. Nope, just me, my microphone, my games, and you cool people to blab my lips at. All right, I could have cleared out this corner coming back up earlier. Not a big deal. It's just a few random enemies. In fact, they're more worried about each other than they are about me, which is probably a mistake for them.
God damn it.
Oh, doctor, we got a bleeder.
These auto axes are a little more effective against trogs than armored people. I don't think I would try using one of these on, say, like Enclave soldiers or something. Although, I don't know, maybe some of the other versions of the auto axe, you know, like the Mauler or whatever, maybe they would be effective. Alright, so this is really just a matter of looking off into every corner now. Lots of little side areas. Just about every little side path leading behind the buildings, especially in this upper courtyard area. Down below, coming out the door from the, you know, from the mill itself, okay, you have, you know, the train area. And then you go up to this area right here, and this is where you have lots of side paths and warehouse and stuff. And then you climb the tower, then there's that roof area, and then at the very top of the steel structure itself. But it's kind of hard to break it down into, like, zones, so to speak, because there is all these little just side areas. Like these right here are really, really easy to miss. At least for me. Actually, that shotgun probably would have come in handy earlier, huh? Made it easier going up the tower, especially that last raider that almost took me out. Ran me through all my health stuff with a lead pipe. Go figure. Beating Trog savages and all the other wild men and all the other ambushes and everything else, and then this one raider with a lead pipe just owns my shit. Okay, these two right here. Pretty sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky. Yeah, nothing's going to suck worse than go through all this and realize I've left 2 or 3 somewhere up in this area and have to try to go back and get them. That would be annoying. Okay, and then we got all these irradiated barrels down here. This one, let me go ahead and count these. Because sometimes one of them is semi-glitched in the ground. Let's see, we got 3. Okay, sometimes it'll look like there's just 2. And so be careful, make sure you get all 3 here. I don't know, well, I don't know what you'd do if one actually was glitched through the ground, literally. I don't know if there'd be a way to fix that. Reload the area and hope it shows up. If not, redo the pit? Oh, wow, that would... Yeah, I don't even want to think about it. That would really suck. Alright, so when I came through here before killing everything, was all I could do not to pick up any of these ingots. Glad I was able to restrain myself. There's probably going to be a Trog over here. Guarding a couple more. Yep. There he is, smacking his lips. Oh man, I'm gonna enjoy killing this one. Smack on that, nasty ass. It's cool. Get some of my meds back. That'll work. Okay, and this is the card I was talking about, that you could jump that fence earlier. But that still doesn't get you above the pipeline to those couple ingots that were up there. Like I say, falling off the roof. I don't really know another way. I've never really tried another way. Works for me. Alright, and I think this is pretty much cleared out. Up here up top. Several ways to get on top of these trains. Main thing we want to do is grab these here, and then right next to them, there's, you can see kind of like a wood ramp. Little jump off spot to get to the trash bin next to it over there. It's kind of a hard jump to make sometimes. Jumping mechanics are a little funky in Fallout. From what I understand of Fallout 4, they've changed all that. they've gone into combat mechanics. From what little I saw in the Fallout 4 showcase in the reveal, it looked a little bit like, oh geez, maybe kind of Rage. The way Rage played, at least in first person. Third person, I don't know. We'll see. But I'll tell you what, they've made a point of tweaking their third-person aesthetics, mainly the way combat looks, the way your character, your character animations and stuff like that, as you run around and jump to make it look more natural and stuff. And I think they're obsessed with that. I really do. All right, so that should be the Steelyard. Well, no, I take that back. There's still some ingots by the door, but we'll go ahead and grab these out of here real quick. Couple spots, in particular the lock door, which I have unlocked, where the guy was holed up with his cigarettes and his .32 pistol, and he's going to ride it out. Okay, we do have some respawns here. Not the whole place, though. For the most part, the trogs are gone. We'll have a couple in this hallway, and maybe one in the hallway leading out of here, but other than that, we're good. That's what grenades are good for. Hopefully take out a few at the same time. That would be nice. There we go. It's just a matter of remembering where they're all at. This would have been a good place to hide some, but yeah, there's none up here. The little turret office. Actually, I thought there was a couple in that area right there. Okay, guess not. Okay, so there's some to the right and the left. Nice stash off here to the right. This is where the wild men with the flamethrower were fighting it out with all the trogs at the end of this little tunnel. There's like an overturned cart with, oh geez, bunch of them. There they are. Alright, that's one side, and then on the other side over here you have the locked door, which isn't locked anymore, but quite a few in here also. Feel a need for cigarettes. There's a bunch of smokes in here too. All the weight, all my carry weight is reserved for armor and guns specifically. Alright, and this one right here. If you have 99, I would almost bet that that's the one you're missing. Okay. Alright, so let's hope we can find about 9 more, give or take. Now there's some by the front door. Okay, and then I don't think I'd make that jump. Those stairs right there would lead up to that whole upper platform area. Alright, so by the front door itself. And there should be some up in these trash bins or whatever these things are. Okay, that looks like about 9 to me. Take. Make sure I'm not missing anything. I don't think so. Actually, I think we're good. Good spot to save. All right. Also wanted to double check. Make sure we had a solid 97. And that should do it. Now what would suck is if I go in here and there's only 2. Then I'd be stuck at 99 and going, really? Where's that last one? I'd have to assume it's glitched because I'm pretty positive that I found all the ones I was looking for. Okay, don't want me to loot it, and I guess it considers that one still alive. Okay, whatever. Trog's glitched out in the Steelyard. That's okay, we won't have to come back out here for a while. Make one more trip. Alright, now it's just a matter of turning these in after I grab these 3. Okay, so this guy in here should have chewed a hole in the wall, sorry. Oh, there he is. And let me throw a grenade at myself, basically. Okay, well that didn't do any good, did it? Okay. See the Trog exercising the floor glitch. Okay, come on. Oh, really, dude? Really? That's awesome. Okay, suck on that. Now, if I can remember where he punches the hole through the wall. There it is. Right? See where he chewed through it. And there should be a cart right here. And 3. Voila. Alright, and that should give us 100. Alright, and there we have it. Good deal. Well, that went pretty smooth overall.
Well now, look who made it back. I'll take those ingots, Scab. You just get back in there and get about your business. You got a real knack for this. Here, this might help you work a little harder. Original owner can't use it anymore on account of decapitation. More metal for the mill. Guess I could spare this. I'll just take those. Yeah, looks like you earned it. If you're heading back out there, these ought to help you with the trogs. More metal for the mill. How about I give you some metal this time? Here, this armor was a special order for one of the hole fighters. Great against bullets, but didn't help him when he got pushed off the bridge. More metal for the mill. Sure thing. Bit of a weird one here. Found it from some sucker out of town. Some genius got to tinkering with his laser. Polished metal barrel, a few prisms in there, and he got this lethal light show.
It's like a laser shotgun, actually.
More metal for the mill. You bet I do. Check out this cutting edge of fashion. Wear this armor, and everyone's gonna want to get close to you. Which just means they'll be inside your blast radius, huh? More metal for the mill. Guess you earned this. Used to belong to a desert priest. Said wearing it made him bulletproof. Of course, that didn't stand up to a little testing. But damn if it wasn't a gloriously fun time. Nothing like some heavy labor, huh? All the metal you're bringing in, I suppose it's worth giving you something to really help with those drugs. Here, this thing's mauled trogs and ghouls from here to Monroeville. Give it a whirl. Nothing like some heavy labor, huh? I probably shouldn't, but damn if you ain't earned it. Here, this is the best gun I ever had. A little slower on the trigger, but she makes up for it in power and accuracy. Use her in good health.
There she is.
Nothing like some heavy labor, huh? Well, I'll be damned. That makes 100 ingots you found. And here I remember thinking you'd be lucky to bring back any at all. Ain't no question. You earned the treasure of my collection. This armor goes all the way back to when the Brotherhood tried to wipe out the pit. Some of the tribals who worshipped Asher made it to look like their god. Try it on, and you'll feel a little like a god yourself. Yep, guess you got every last one out there. You're one hell of a stealer, kid. Keep bringing in metal. I'll keep getting you gear.
Alright, and that's it. That's all the ingots. We're by no means done with our work here, but that's one of the gauntlets out of the way. And these are sort of, I guess you'd call them unique sets. I mean, they are. You tweak the appearance on them a little bit. I doubt I'll be wearing any of them, but there you have it. Go ahead and cycle through them. Alright, so we got a laser shotgun, a pair of steel knuckles, I guess for any melee characters. A little of something for everybody. Upgraded version of the auto axe. And of course my favorite gun ever. It's kind of a relief. Glad I got that. I could say, should I play this again, especially for stream, leading up to the actual release, Fallout 4. I'll probably play through similar to this, but I'll probably come here a lot earlier. And so this is about as close as you get to aiming down the sights in Fallout 3. It's good enough for me. And the gun's really cool. Silenced assault rifle. I mean, that's right up my alley right there. Anyone among my friends who's ever played like a Call of Duty type game with me knows that silenced SMGs or assault rifles, that's like my favorite. It feels good in my hands, man. Alright, so let's go check in with Medea. Let her know that we got this part of it out of the way. And apparently the slavers and the slaves going at it again.
We can't talk out in the open. You know that. Asher up there in his palace and us down here in the muck. Good. Just in time. Asher has ordered everyone into the square. Rumor has it that he's going to open up the arena. That's perfect for us. It's simple, really. From time to time, Asher opens up the arena. Any slave who wants to can fight against the gladiators. If you win, you get your freedom. More importantly, you get an audience with Asher. It's the only way a slave will ever get to talk to him directly. You fight, you win, and when you talk to Asher, you take the cure. Not exactly, no. Werner has a distraction planned. We haven't been making these weapons for nothing, you know. But when you're meeting with Asher, you'll be close enough to grab the cure. Get it and bring it to me. Now let's get out there and listen to Asher's speech. There'll be hell to pay if the guards catch us in here.
Now this is where I started having major freeze problems. I of course edited all of them out, but coming in and out of this door is a major issue with my game. And hoping that Asher doesn't get stuck in his speech here. It's tedious enough having to sit through it.
Citizens of the pit, workers of downtown, traders of uptown, and all fierce souls who do what must be done. I bring you good news. We stand at the dawn of a new golden age, where others merely survive. We thrive! Our industry is the envy of the Commonwealth. Our safety is the envy of the capital wastes. Our might is the envy of Ronto. And while I have led your efforts, it has been by your own strength that you have earned all the envy of the world. They envy the steel shaped by the workers in our mills. And they envy the strength of our traders and raiders who wield the steel for the pit. And most of all, they envy our victories in the struggle for freedom. Because yes, freedom is what we all work towards. Freedom from fear. Freedom from disease. Freedom to live as once we did before we were shackled by atomic fire. And so, to celebrate this struggle, I ask my loyal workers, who among you is prepared to fight for your freedom? Who among you will risk your life in the crucible to create a new life of freedom in
This woman here will fight in the hole.
Who will take this rare chance to
Come on,
thrive?
Asher. Will you send someone to the hole who actually stands a chance?
Very well, Medea. If this is the will of the workers, then this woman shall be their champion. Madam, you carry not only the dream that workers can become free, but that we may all someday become truly free from the threats of our world. Prepare yourself, madam. And when you are ready to be forged anew, report to Phaedra in the steel mill. The rest
You
of
head
you
down to the hole.
are
Talk to
dismissed.
Phaedra. She sets up the fights.
Phaedra. That's, after this, that became one of my all-time favorite female video game names. Those of you that know me know that, a lot of RPGs, I tend to name at least one character that. Love that name for some reason. Kind of reminds me, of course, Daedra. Of course, I have a great fondness for Oblivion.
I got important news.
Ah, broke up their little meeting. It's funny. Alright, but I guess it's kind of a play on that. And then Fae, I guess, would be Elven, you know? An Elven tone to it. I don't know. Anyway, Phaedra, I was just always really like that name. So, cool thing is this DLC gave me my favorite gun and one of my favorite character names. Playing ESO, Elder Scrolls Online right now.
You're the dumbass scab that signed up to fight in the hole, huh? Well, head on down. Phaedra's waiting for you.
It gave me one of my favorite guns and gave me one of my favorite character names. And in, yeah, ESO I'm playing, my favorite character right now is actually Phaedra. I was lucky to get it because only one person can have a name at a time.
And what
Glad
are
I got
you
it.
doing down here, slave? Don't tell me your pale ass is gonna throw down. You don't sign up. You tell me you want to fight, I set up a fight. You die, and I repeat it with the next jackass slave who comes in here. Sound good? You want in? Come on, death's gotta be better than your life, am I right? You have what you take in with you. But if that's not enough, there are a couple of things in that locker over there. What's to tell? Most die. Now, one or two have made it out, but that's about it. Oh yeah? You sure you're ready to die? Well, all right. I've got one for you right away. Or you can take some time to put your affairs in order. It's up to you. If you're ready, just step on in.
And we had another freezing issue here in the actual pit itself. This is, I just bring that up because those of you playing on PlayStation, you might find that you may be having problems here too. Going in and out of Medea's house before Asher's speech itself, and then getting into the pit itself. It may just be just a case of simple freezing, but anyway, it froze up
Can't wait for this.
after the first fight. But you know, it was either reload from here at the beginning of this, or go all the way back to. Yeah. Anyway, it's some things they never actually fixed with this DLC. I'm assuming these were common issues because they're recurring, so I don't know. God, I love this gun. Once we get out into the wasteland itself, it's not overbearing as far as the damage goes. It's in a lot of ways kind of weak sauce, but it doesn't matter because it's just so badass. Of course, these guys are supposed to be weak, right? I believe in the third fight, the guy drops another infiltrator. And after all this fighting is done, after I'm done with the hole here, then I get all my equipment back. Which means I'll get all those infiltrators I grabbed at the front gate, too. You get everything you came in with, so... it's a good deal. What I'm most worried about is ammo. Any and all ammo is a good thing. At the end of the DLC, we'll get access to the ammo press, and that's cool.
Wow. Impressive, Slave. Those were some of the toughest scabs around here. You've got some fight in you, it seems. But I wouldn't get too excited. I'm sure Asher's got something special planned for your next fight. Here's something for the Rads. Enjoy it while you can. Come back when you're ready for your next fight.
Okay, so if I earn my freedom for beating the pit, what do those slaves earn for keeping me from beating the hole, the pit, whatever? Know what I mean? Grab those again. Like I say, I had to reload at the point of that first fight because it froze up on me. Actually, it froze up on me at round 2. I'm hoping it doesn't do it again. Okay, what I want to do is dump any weight, but I don't want to lose any collectibles. Don't ask me why. It's not like I'm going to use any of that junk, and it's just going to sit in my locker at home, but it's mine. I earned it, and it's mine. And I'm keeping it. That's just the way it is.
You fight in the hole? Ha! Well, I can't wait for this.
Oops, I guess I got to talk to her one more time.
You again? Back for more, huh? I wouldn't count on luck this time. You damn well better be ready. Well, all right. That's what I like to hear. Get on in there.
Good thing about all the stuff I brought in is even though I'm basically at my weight limit now, I really didn't bring in any weight other than the infiltrators that I'm gonna keep just because. Okay, these guys are nasty work, actually. This asshole, get him out of here first. Good job. He's got this big Deathclaw gauntlet on. I think it looks ridiculous. Enough. He's gonna hang on to that last single bar of health, isn't he? Apparently that last little sliver was worth 3,000 hit points or something. Nothing else I really need from these guys. Let me just get out of here before I radiate to death.
Not bad, Grinder, not bad. The Bear Brothers were some pretty mean sons of bitches. One more fight and you're free. But I wouldn't plan on making it through the next one. Here's a shot for the Rads. Come back when you're ready for your last fight. You again? Back for more, huh? This'll be your last fight, Scab. One more and I don't get to call you that anymore. You ready? Well, all right. That's what I like to hear. Get on in there.
All right. Now, at the end of this fight... Yeah, this guy should drop an infiltrator. But, at the end of this fight, you get the, oh, I forget what it's called, but it's like a survival bonus for surviving all 3 rounds of the pit. And it's more damage resistance than you get from, like, the whole Wasteland Survival Guide put together. Assuming, you know, you go that way with the Wasteland Survival Guide. And, I don't know. Sometimes DLCs, the things that they give are a little OP'd. Even to the point of breaking, like, the balance of the game. But, with all that said and done, once I actually get out there, the armor I wear is pretty minimal at best. And considering it degrades really, really fast, even a fully repaired set of Raider armor can go down to almost 0, sometimes just in one fight, depending on how much damage you take, so we're going to fight it out with our silenced assault rifles. Just going back and forth. All right, you buddy. I win. And there it is. Pit fighter bonus. Now with that, and say the toughness perk, and the damage resistance from going to Oasis, and the Wasteland Survival, you put all that together, and essentially naked, my character will still have the armor rating of, say, like some light or even medium armor. So, there you have it. Maybe nothing compared to a, you know, full set of Tesla gear or something like that, or Hellfire armor. Well, maybe not, but still, some protection at least.
This is gonna be some good shit, I tell you.
Well now, aren't you quite the scrapper? Congratulations. You've done well. Asher wishes to see you. The guards will be told to allow you to pass.
Alright, so now it's a matter of going and talking to Asher and basically picking a side. You're either going to steal the cure so that the slaves can exploit it, squeeze it to death to get a few drops of temporary relief out of it, and then wind up in a much worse place than where they ever were. Or you can choose to look down the long road, right, and realize that if there's any kind of hope of this community or becoming an actual community, then leaving the cure in place. The only thing I would wonder is that they would be able to get rid of these slavers, because you know these slavers aren't going to turn over a new leaf and all of a sudden become nice guys when they realize they don't have to go grab slaves anymore. A lot of them will probably just leave so that they can go do evil things elsewhere, right? Because sometimes bad people just do bad just because they can, right? They don't really need a reason. Others may kind of filter into society, kind of like Jericho at Megaton. He more or less minds his own business, you know. He's an evil character, for example. I think there's another example of that in Underworld, if I'm not mistaken. Where whatever your past was, you know, as long as you're not bothering anybody now, well, whatever. But getting rid of the bad element here that are serving their purpose now, I would think that perhaps Asher is has a strong enough hand and is cold enough to actually do that. And probably realizing in the back of his head that's really the right thing to do anyway. Is at some point, once the slavers have served their purpose, you know, and the pit is pretty much self-sustaining, to go ahead and turn the tables on them, give them a taste of their own medicine. I'm not saying necessarily turn them into slaves, but give them a choice. Either stay or go, or stay or die, you know? Whatever. I'd like to see him give the slavers a little justice here, because it's one thing for them to be doing their job, providing security and keeping the slaves working. I hate to put it like this, but for their own good. But they don't have to do a lot of things they do in the process, you know? Anyway, alright, so we'll get to talking to Asher in the next one, and maybe even get out of the pit. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. That's the ingots and the pit fight, alright? And I will catch you guys on the next one. Y'all take care. Bye-bye.